So some of you might notice I had a bit of a meltdown on social media last night. I mean, I did it on purpose. Well, I chose to put it out there. I don't always get it right. I mean, who does with social media? It's a weird thing, isn't it? It's a very strange phenomenon that we're still trying to get our heads around as a society. But I will sometimes, when I'm running groups, I would choose to share very personal things, and sometimes that can be have a very powerful impact. And I think it's it's something I believe in. I think that people who, for whatever reason, end up in roles like I've created. If you pretend you're all right all the time, I just think it can be counterproductive. Dare I say, I even think it's wrong. You should be transparent. People need to be transparent. We need people who are in influential or leadership roles to be transparent and have a bit of integrity and show when they're fucked up. It's not all about being on top of stuff. And I could feel yesterday I was beginning to get a bit wobbly, and there's that part of me that thinks I'm invulnerable, and I talk all this shit about going to boarding school and how that's designed to make everyone tough and blah blah blah, which of course it doesn't. It just makes you repressed. But I didn't have a particularly bad day yesterday. Quite an easy day. Talked to some people like I'm talking to everyone on Skype. Beginning to feel the amount of time that's passed since I actually sat in a room with another human being, and I'm really missing that energetic exchange that happens when you sit with another person that just doesn't happen with Zoom or Skype or anything like that. And I ran a group last night on Zoom. It's really, one of my favourite things to do. Lovely bunch of people, but I could feel I was just a bit raggy, and I think I might have pissed a few of them off, and I was struggling, which again, it's not unusual. Then I had a really beautiful conversation with a guy I'd never spoken to before for, I don't know, over an hour, guy in America. We just had a Skype chat, and he was telling me about how things are going down there, which sounds pretty fucking hairy. That was, again, it didn't really, it's not that it contributed to any darkness in me. I felt very moved just at the human connection, because we were just talking as to people in this situation who've never met before, who were exploring how it's impacting us. I felt quite enriched by it. And then I got off that, and some of you might have seen through Facebook posts or whatever that my partner, Maihua, her grandmother died the day before, and it wasn't from the virus. She just passed away peacefully. I think she's 96. Amazing life, amazing woman. I feel lucky to have met her. And I think what broke me was I spoke to Mai afterwards, and she'd been assaulted. She'd been out on the street, and a guy had followed her back into her apartment and attacked her. And she was already crying because she just lost her grandmother, and I was there. Maybe I don't know what's going on in Paris. I was there about 6 weeks ago, and someone tried to snatch her bag, and I don't know what I looked like, but he clearly was. He was quite concerned at my response, because he took her purse back out of his pocket and handed it to me, and then ran away very, very fast. And he had 30 years or so on me, so I was never going to catch him. I'm glad I didn't, because I really, 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 really wanted to hurt him. Someone had tried to mug me the day before. 3 people had tried to mug me the day before, and it kind of left me pumped up. And so this guy having to go the next day, I really wanted to do him some harm. And I'm so glad he escaped, because I'm not, I don't know what I'd have done, and I don't like to think that I'd have hurt someone. I was just adrenalized and pumped up, and he's just another fucking desperate person in a desperate time in a desperate city. But there was something about yesterday and the fact that, I'm 300 miles away from Mai, and there's someone dragging her into a fucking alleyway, trying to do God knows what to her, that made me feel all that rage, all that violence, all that protectiveness. And it just left me feeling desperate. I didn't know what to do with that energy. I just wanted to kill or hurt, and I felt trapped in this kind of fucked up, isolated existence we're in. So I had a bit of a wobble and thought, oh fuck it, I'll put it on Facebook. Why not? What do we need? Do we need more male role models putting on brave faces? I might as well put on a fucking miserable face. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it'll, maybe we just need to give each other permission to cry in public at the moment, and maybe we need to just say it's all right. It's all right, because these are strange times, and there's a lot of feelings that a lot of us don't quite know how to manage, and they're changing from day to day. And from one minute, I'm literally like now, one minute I'm crying, the next minute I'm laughing, and then I'm exhausted, and then I'm full of passion and energy and life. And I'm distracted because messages keep popping up on my phone from people, and it's just amazing. It's amazing how much connectivity there is. It's amazing how many people are reaching out all the time. And I'm not one of these people, I've been describing myself lately as a cynical mystic, because I quite like some of the hippie shit, and I'm a cynical motherfucker as well, and I don't know if I believe in anything sometimes. And I'm wary of the people who are saying this, once we get through this coronavirus, it's going to be a whole new world, and shit's going to really change, and our systems are going to improve. Why? They might not, They might not. They might just go back to being shit, and we might spend all our fucking time buying rubbish on Amazon, well, I do, and eBay and stuff like that, and we might stop caring, and we might stop messaging, and I'll probably won't put any more posts up on Facebook when I'm crying or whatever. That might happen, or maybe some positive stuff will happen, and probably the real truth is most of it will go back to normal, and quite a lot of it will change, but it will be subtle stuff that we don't necessarily notice immediately, and there might well be I feel like that fucking prophet in Life of Brian, and things will be put aside that were only put there at tea time the day before with a little twizzly raffia and thing on. I don't mean to be like that. I've just got a feeling that there will be some profound changes that will feel disappointing in the moment, because Trump will probably get back in, and he'll go, "What the nothing's changed." But I've said this before. I can't remember if I've said it on one of these posts, but you look at the last century, you look at the suffragettes, you look at the civil rights movement, you look at the stuff that happened there. It didn't happen overnight, but we live in a different world to the one that we lived in 100 years ago, and pain causes change, right? Suffering and struggle causes change. No one ever came in this room and paid me money to sit on the couch opposite me and go, my life's fucking great, I haven't got any problems. Yeah, they come in here and they go, I don't know where I'm going, I'm lost, my relationship's fallen apart, I feel empty, I hate my job, this isn't how I thought it would be. That's when people change, that's when people do the work, and we call it work because it's work. And right now it's a collective thing, right? The whole fucking world is in pain, right? Or 99% of it is in pain. Maybe there's some people on the Andaman Islands that haven't got this yet, and I hope they don't. But you know, this is hurting everyone, and this is an opportunity that I'm already feeling because I'm having different connections with people that I really love. And I'm appreciating things that I've got. And I'm not just talking about life, you know. I'm not talking about, oh, suddenly I appreciate that I'm alive and I've got my health and that I might be dead tomorrow. Because that's real, but it's not real enough yet because I haven't seen people dying. You know, it's not like Italy. And I feel blessed that we're not there yet. And I'm frightened that we might get there. But fear's not my main thing at the moment. It's just the hurt of and the grief of this really quick, radical shift in our society, and it's making me appreciate things because I'm in pain, and it's making me appreciate the people that are alive, and it's making me appreciate the stuff that fucking matters, because it's all that really matters. And you know, I heard a mate of mine was saying that there was a fight over the tender stem broccoli in Tesco's in Muswell Hill on Monday, and someone else told me that they were looting the Sainsbury's Metro, whatever the fuck it's called, in Highgate the other day, and my mate in Georgia, my new friend in Georgia, is telling me that he's being woken up at night by windows being smashed and people robbing each other and my getting attacked in Paris. You know, if I got one message, it's like, don't fuck people over. Not now, right? Just not now. No, I mean, not ever. There's never any fucking reason to hurt people. And I mean, she's walking down the fucking street crying because her grandmother's just died, and you think it's the right time to fucking grab her, drag her in an alleyway, and try and rob her. What's wrong with you? And I know what's wrong with you. You're fucking desperate as well. But I don't know. Sometimes I ain't got any fucking words. So, sorry that I'm on a bit of a downer, but I really can't tell you how much I appreciate the responses I got from people, because it's a bit, you know, I'm brought up in a society by a dad who told me to man up. You know, and if you've got sons, don't ever tell them to do that, ever, because you create toxic men. And I do struggle to cry publicly, and I've struggled to fucking notice myself, because that's how effective it is. I struggle to notice my own sadness and my own hurt. But I think if we want to change anything, we might want to change that. We might want to stop being so fucking English for a start. Anyway, lots of love. Thank you. It meant a huge amount, everyone that reached out to me. So thank you. Love you lots.